Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The moon is currently in Leo. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why this is one of the most transformative transits that you're ever going to experience, because it's all about you and how you show up as your most authentic and unique self in your not your everyday, but your interpersonal relationships, okay, and your interpersonal connections, discussions, pretty much as the boss on diggity. Why is that? Because right now Jupiter is in 29th degrees. That is the degree of fame, or the degree of Leo. Leo is obviously the fame as well. Venus right now in Aries is in the 5th degree being Leo. Okay. Taurus, the sun in Taurus right now has officially started to make some space between Uranus, aka where we just got our upgrades, where we've developed 17th degree, the realization of our character. Okay, the realization is the sun. All right, the sun is realized in where? Leo, and it's exalted in Aries for its own specific reasons, which I'll probably try to explain in this same video. 111 on screen. You are taking brand new fresh starts on everything unique about your expression, and part of what you found unique about your expression is that you know how to transmute dark forces, dark energies, okay, energies that are not of the light. You know how to transmute that negativity to become a part of what makes you so unique, to become a part of what makes your light so bright, to become a part of why you attract the dark in the first place. And you attract the dark because you're being unique. If you do not have enemies, okay, you essentially are not being yourself, not to the fullest and not even close. What am I saying? You should be able to have some enemies. Whether you can name all of them or not, that's a different story, because you got 12th house enemies, which are hidden, and you got 7th house enemies, which are open in your face. Leo is the point before our enemies in the 7th house. Leo's 5th house. Leo is the point before our enemies are actually socially engaging with us. Leo is the sign where you have to essentially be courageous and bold enough to be that unique part of yourself, because what protects you from the influences of others, and that's what enemies are. When I say enemies in this instance, it's the influences that others can place or do place on you. Okay, the sunlight's better this way, we're going this way. In 7th house, this is because 7th house is Libra type of, enemy in the space of Libra. This is like social engagement, social interactions, and Leo is like the party. So when you out at that party, how do you handle people who really, you ain't even really got to be that close to? It's all, quite frankly, superficial, and those enemies are often only looking out for how are they going to get themselves ahead. It is cold as a mother. Goddamn, my damn titties are cold. I need to get back into Mexico. I tell you, the cold is good because it's been chilling me out. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit overheated in Mexico. I'll be back there in like 20 days, so we good. Whew, Jesus, maybe I need to zip this up. Give me a second, let me zip up. Okay, so I can still talk to you. This is God, this is your father. Okay, Jesus. Holy crap. Oh, I did not think it was going to be this cold. What month is it? It's May? All right. Forgive me. Thank you. Like this, obviously, take your moment to drop the thumbs up. Okay, so back to the message. What am I saying? There's a lot of Leo energy. Even though there's no planets in Leo, there's a lot of degrees that are in Leo. Jupiter in Pisces, it's at its climax, okay? Which is what? You have spiritually expanded yourself enough to be able to own what about your spiritual pursuits and endeavors required courage for you to go ahead and embrace, to transmute. This could look like something like, if I think Pisces, religion, spirituality, as well as sacrifice and surrender, it looks like by you taking the rest that you needed. A lot of us have needed rest, especially with the Uranus conjunct Taurus. Taurus is lazy as hell and it loves to take its rest, okay? Understand that with all that feminine energy in the sky, Pisces and Taurus, feminine energy is something that is destructive and chaotic in nature. But in order for it to really embrace divinity, you need rest. Taurus is the throat chakra, which is creativity. In order for you to embrace your creativity, it means you have to step away from the project. This is what makes Taurus the owner of the throat chakra, because it moves very slow, methodically, right? So it's like, it needs time, like a woman or feminine energy. It needs time to take a rest, to take a break away from the daily grind. It needs to go eat food. It needs to then do a little bit of work, and then it's not gonna, maybe it finishes, maybe it doesn't, but then it's gonna go and take a walk, and then it's gonna go find what are the hedonistic pleasures, so that its life is pretty much balanced, stable, and sustainable, okay, in a grounded, long-term manner. This is why you build on top of second house, Taurus, your resources, what you value. So you've already discovered that, and you're continuously discovering that, because we're in Taurus season. But when you now go from second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, third house is where your attitude now gets an upgrade, Gemini. You emotionally become intelligent enough to understand your emotions versus the emotions of other people's and what's being projected, Cancer. And then you get to Leo, where now you are ready to actually integrate this unique identity, which kind of, and I'm going to say this unique version of your creativity, your creative expression, which really begins, obviously in Aries it begins, sure, by you following that bold instinct of yours, okay, to explore. But you actually understand what you have as for the value of your creative pursuits in Taurus. And that's because you took your time to slow down from that fiery spark and burst of energy from Aries. And then you work your way to Taurus. So Taurus, the 2 goes kind of in a way to the 5. You already know what you value. You already know what you have as a possession within yourself. And when I say a possession within yourself, I'm saying a possession of your everything throat chakra related. Everything you possess already. I have creativity in my heart. And this is what all of this energy is doing. All this extra Leo moon. This Leo moon is freaking game changer. Freaking game changer. I'm gonna try to stop cursing because yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Alright, freaking game changer, okay? Fudge! I'm gonna start using words like fudge! This is the most important and critical moon, I feel like. I feel like it's super underrated. I feel like it's going under the radar. But here's the thing that you have to always remember, myself included and all of us. The sun goes up and the sun goes down. Did you hear what I said? No matter how dark the night is, the sun will once again rise. So what does that mean? There's no planets in Leo right now, but we have the glimpses of the type of worth that has been actually already solidified and is continuously solidifying and cementing in while we're in Taurus season, to prepare you for what? Around when August comes, okay, late July, when we have to be our most unique character, Lionsgate, okay, 8-8. This is really what I foresee. This is like what? It's only May, August, that's 3 more months out. In 3 more months or so, that's when your attitude is completely like, I am the shiznits. I am the shiznits. And nobody can tell me nothing. But in order for you to do that with all this feminine energy in the sky now, it requires the rest and the surrender. To actually allow yourself time to understand, which you still never will, quite frankly, the quantum and molecular leaps you have taken as for what's shifted inside of your body, why you required so much rest, why it's been so tired, so sore, why your body doesn't even look like it looked like 6 months ago. If you look at your body right now, whether you got, honestly, I've said this in no disrespect, but whether you got fatter, whether you got skinnier, whether you got more muscular, whether you became, you know, whatever way your body has actually morphed or transformed, you're going to notice that right now in Taurus season, it's still doing its due. Your waistline is thinner, you know, your clothes don't fit. You are now required to upgrade, okay? Upgrade, including your hair, going through those big changes. You might have chopped off some hair recently. Leo is really big on the hair. But it's not happening for no reason. It's happening because the battle you're getting ready to go into is bigger than anything you've ever faced. It's bigger than anything ever faced. And that's what the Cancer moon transit right prior had to remind you, that your ancestors are, boom, they just pulled up on me. You saw the wind? They're like, yes, we want to show you on this live. Yep, look, I said it again. In my heart, I can feel it in my heart. Leo's the heart. You have to right now feel in your heart that invisible support, those ancestral lineage and DNA, they're all with you, okay? Your spirit guides, they're all with you. Everything 12th house, they're all with you. Everything invisible that you think is not supporting you is supporting you. And you have to go ahead and speak that out loud. You have to give it power. You have to give it courage. And this is what the height of your most unique version of prayer, your most unique version of what you believe in as for a faith, a higher power, doesn't matter what, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, doesn't matter what. You are now at the 20th degree of Jupiter in Pisces, being required to expand that spirituality within yourself, that faith, that ability to surrender to such an extent where it integrates into your heart. And that's what Jupiter in 29th degree is actually going to do. It is now a part of your heart. It's a part of what makes you unique. So you might have recognized that you were once praying. I heard somebody in the comments say they were praying and doing Bible study back like 2014. Okay, this is playing in, everything of this is playing into the lunar eclipse coming, because something will close out. New doors will close. I want y'all to definitely check the link down below. You'll see May 14th, I'm running a lunar eclipse event. All right, this is the eclipse in Scorpio going down, and I'm going to do an angelic Reiki meditation. Calling on Archangel Michael. I'm going to be the vessel, so we can help you close some of these karmic and celestial doors. I need you to understand that part of 5th house is Leo going into what? Being your most unique self with others. But in order to do so, you really need, like, quite frankly, to realize that it's not about the individual. Okay? Leo is the beginning of you're no longer you're an individual, but in a group. Okay, of others. Even though you'll stand out in that group of others, you're in a group. So what am I actually saying? What I'm saying is right now you have to take whatever faith has been revealed, because Venus is now out of Pisces. Okay, Jupiter is now about to step out of Pisces in moments. Okay, it's at the 29th degree. It's energetic, so it's like you're gonna go boom. You're really gonna feel it. And right now you used to have Mars there, so you're gonna have to keep acting on surrender. Okay, which is doing nothing. Okay, which is doing something. Did you catch that? You're gonna have to keep acting on your faith. You're gonna have to keep acting on what has spiritually come through for you as, hey, believe in me, this invisible support is here. We have you, your angels, your dragons. For me, like, it's been like literally it's been my angels and my dragons have been two big ones, but it's also been just the dead ancestors that have recently passed, and those that have been passed for a long time from past life. Why? Because family is Cancer for me, 8th house. I have a lot of Cancer 8th house, so it's been showing me what those powers of those before me have given and transferred into me. So all of that stuff as the individual, it's now time to start having to play with those new superpowers among others very, very soon. Okay, once Leo season kicks off, this is when all this stuff, you're full throttle playing with others and all the powers that you had to develop, the attitude that had to shift, your perspective in Gemini season, which is coming. All that stuff is just preparing you as an individual to show the hell out. Okay, but all of it is going to have to be led by you putting your mind at the Gemini, the mind, after your mind goes and sinks deeper into your heart. So right now it's sinking and integrating the intuition into your body while we're in Taurus season. Eventually your mind will catch up and you'll be able to objectively understand what your body is telling you. All right, and then Cancer season will come and you'll be able to emotionally tap into the things that are invisible, the things that have been private, that are not necessarily revealed, but they are definitely a part of you and an integral part of what the fertile ground looks like, 4th house. Honestly, all of this stuff is absolute game changer. I feel it. I know that this is me talking about a lot of things moving forward in the future, especially by the time Leo season kicks off. This is when it's miraculous. You would have also noticed that when Venus went past 3 degrees, that it's time for you to take a new fresh start in the relationships you have with your siblings and the ways that you compute and think about your circumstances, especially in the ways that you look at negative situations. Holy crap. Okay, my ancestors said, go this way, Pernell. I was going that way. They were like, no, go this way. So I go this way. I never walk this way. And this is what's happening. You have to learn through that faith to do that, because my ancestors might be saying, look, you got to walk and run into somebody, and that might be just a 1 to 3 second interaction where I just say hello, but that person saying hello, so that person has recognized, wow, you know what, I didn't happen to see all these different colors he was wearing, and those colors might just spark that person who may just happen to wear bland clothing to step into their more unique Leo type, Leo-esque personality. This is the level of faith that we were being required to walk by. That's my heart, everything within my body, my entire intuition said, go this way. I never turn this way. But you're gonna notice that these moments is really where it's why everything has to be broken down, and why we're being really literally broken down, and you're feeling weak, and you feel it like, oh my God, something big is coming, something major is coming, but it's just taking its time. And it's taking its time because divinity doesn't work on your time, it works on time. So you would have noticed that by the time you woke up this morning and you started watching this message on Leo moon, you might have noticed that there's been an accelerated amount of drama. It almost seemed like, damn, everybody was just being private and kind of off in their own little shells, and then now everybody want to talk, everybody want to bring the drama to my front door. But what it's doing is it's actually testing your character and how well will you follow your heart. How well will you believe in what your heart says to do, even though it's completely invisible, and even though it requires you to surrender to just not knowing, but just to feel the intensity in your heart. All of this is prepping us for brand new starts and brand new beginnings. Venus is currently in Aries, and it's also at the 5th degrees, like I told you. Jupiter will soon be there on May 10th. That's like, what, 2 days? Oh yeah, you best believe that it's time to be very courageous as an individual. Because before you start to really interact with a lot of other people, you have to understand that all your demons have gotten stronger just in the way that you are upgrading your entire system right now as well. And I'm telling you, and I promise you, and I promise you, and I promise you, and I promise you, throughout my entire existence, some of what my superpowers have revealed and shown me through being able to just take the time to isolate, relax, and take the step back, has shown me and revealed to me very clearly that, Pernell, every single time you've been required by God to sit the hell down and just rest for so long, weeks on weeks on weeks, like I feel like I'm pushing like 2 months now. But it feels comfortable. This never used to feel comfortable. And this is what you're understanding. The things that used to feel uncomfortable to you are just comfortable. And I'm talking about the ability for you to express actually creatively your gifts, your supernatural abilities, okay? And the attitude that it now matches the walk, how you talk. You are now feeling comfortable. People you never used to stand up to, bullies in your community, in your workspace, your siblings, you're standing up to them now. You're like, no, that's enough. I am. Okay? Literally. This is what you're feeling right now. I am. And it's really important right now to embrace that without any falter. Because you have to understand that Leo transmutes to dark. Scorpio transmutes to light. Leo transmutes to dark. Which means each and every one of these negative stories and nonsense narratives that are being used by others, potentially unconsciously, and even in a non-committal way, which you need to understand, there's a non-committal element to Leo. So the moon in Leo is like, look, this is non-committal in the ways that people are looking to test you. They're not even testing you for any other reason rather than to help you see for yourself how well and how confident and how bold you have become as an individual, unique character that can play with others, but not by their rules. So understand that when people test you, they're not really committed to the test. You have to be, because you are in your own body, so you're going to get tested by multiple different people. It's not going to be one person. It's not going to just be your mom. It's not going to just be your friend. It's not going to just be your colleague. It's going to be multiple different people, and all of them will be non-committal, and none of them are really doing this against you, but each and every one of them are doing it for you. What was that? So what I'm saying is don't take this stuff too personal when you get tested, because it's just a reminder to say, hey, look at who I am now. This used to bother you. You used to get completely out of pocket. You used to allow yourself to get played in such a way where you could become controlled from an external locus, rather than integrating your heart into the body, into the intuition, into your attitude, into your unique identity. Everything from Leo backwards to Aries. Because now Pluto is currently in retrograde, which is saying, look, check out these power dynamics. Check out these power struggles that used to absolutely dominate you. And we just want you to see, Spirit, your guides said, we just want you to see right now that they no longer have control. And that you are in the front seat. This is Pernell Bobby. I want y'all to come to the Angelic Reiki. I'm helping y'all close some big ass celestial doors. When I tell you, and I promise you, the type of demons that y'all got right now, that we have collectively, they are stronger. And it's not something where we're meant to hold all that weight alone. Okay, so mind you that when I go through and I close these celestial doors for you and these hell gates, because these ain't just angels, right? And there's no good and bad in this. They just are what they are, because quite frankly, angels are gangsters. If there's anything I learned over the last couple of months, it's the fact that angels really don't give a like we think they do. They're not the same sweet white little things that we think they are. Okay, they're not sweet. Yeah, they're here to support in their own ways, but they ain't sweet. Matter of fact, they're raw dog deities, and they don't care. They'll put you on path in a way that will hurt you. It'll hurt you so bad. You think you got your heart broken because the devil got in between your relationship? No, your angels did that. They said, no, this person ain't for you, and they never were. They were always a part-time. They were never full-time. They were always meant to break you the way you think, but we knew that they were building you up. And that's AKA Leo Moon showing us at 1 degree currently right now who you are yourself when you get challenged by that dark force and you stand up in integrity in your heart space. Who are you now? This is a badass transit, and I love it. And it's such a low-key hitter. I think not a lot of people are going to understand what's happening, but it's here, and I just told you. So thank you for following the network. Thank you for getting me above and beyond 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate you. Y'all really activated me on my Leo joint. You know, I'm Leo 9th house, so it's like part of that is like, P, you know what? Quite frankly, period, you are the leader. Okay? 9th house, spiritual house, philosophy type house. P, you're the leader. It's your philosophy that needs to go out there. That's part of what makes you unique. This is part of what makes me expand. My Jupiter being in Leo. So this is how that's really impacted me. And it's coming because I have a T-square between that Aquarius and Aries. So that T-square is really challenging what? My 5th house, which is in Aries. And the way it was like, yo, I have to take these new unique starts. And each and everything that came my way sideways about how, you know, I held myself back. All right, because we all design our own astrology natal charts. 2222 on screen. 44. 8. The full psychological transformation had to come through the beginning of a lot of different partnerships. Great. That allowed me to build up myself and you. 4. To emotionally become stable and secure. Awesome. And now the psychological transformation is officially and fully here. You damn sure bet yourself it is. I'm pumped, and I thank y'all for listening to this message. It's officially really cold out here, but actually I'm okay, because this message is heating me up, and that's what you got to remember to learn. You got to allow yourself to heat up. Like this button, smash that, please smash that, and then I'll see you at the Angel Reiki for this the Lunar Eclipse in Scorpio. It's gonna be a game changer. Groups, communities, tribes, my Leo 9th house. Groups, community, tribes. Okay, there's like a consistent 17 people or so that's been coming to these events. I've officially made it something more of a charity type thing where I used to take on donations for this, but part of my T-square was like, look, P, you know, for right now in this stage, later you'll do that. And I'm gonna lie to you, I used to make a good chunk of money on that. But it's about sacrifice, right? So it's ironic that because ever since I started sacrificing that, okay, that good amount of change I used to make from donations, what has happened? I've been able to activate my own personal and unique mission. 9th house, I think, is like missions, purpose, okay? I've been activate my purpose, all right? And what has that done? That's brought me change in so many different ways. But I had to let go and surrender first. Be charitable, be generous. That's what Leo does. And it's high energy. Don't be the wicked old queen or the witch from the west. You want to be the gracious one who has went through their experiences and it has built them as they have been tried and tested. It has built them. Where you never really know how much trouble that person has been through. And you don't really care to have to share it in a place from victimhood. Rather from a place of strength, which equates to vulnerability. when the people need you at their lowest moments, which looks like them trying you and giving you the darkest times, which is a gift for you to transmute the brightest of lights. I want you to lead with your heart. It's Pernell Bobby checking in. I'll see you soon.